In the complex world of relationships, understanding and adapting to your partner's needs and desires is often a big challenge. However, it is not always good to blindly meet all expectations. One of the ways to show respect and sincerity to a woman is to clearly understand the limits and actions that should not be taken. Today we will delve deeper into the topic of things you should never do for a woman, an in-depth discussion about actions we should avoid when dealing with the woman we love. We'll not only learn about what to avoid, but also why those actions can be harmful to our relationships and emotions. Let's explore and reflect together on how to build a healthy and respectful relationship environment where both parties feel respected and free to be themselves. Lesson number 1. Never hide your masculinity. In every man's journey, protecting and expressing his masculine nature is not only a natural act. Stoicism, with its profound philosophy of living a moral, self-controlled life and facing challenges with resilience, provides us with insight into the importance of preserving and not hiding his true masculine nature. Hiding your masculinity can lead to loss of personal identity and value. When men try to hide their masculinity, they gradually lose confidence, bravery, and the ability to make decisions. Weakened mental strength. Suppressing emotions and masculine instincts can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression, and affect mental health. Causes imbalance in the relationship. When a man does not demonstrate his bravery and role, the relationship will lose balance and lead to conflict. Why never hide your masculinity? Authenticity is the foundation of every relationship. True and deep relationships cannot be built on a foundation of pretense or concealment. Masculinity, with traits such as assertiveness, courage, and protection, is not only a personal identity, but also an expression of inner strength. When a man hides this nature, he not only deceives himself, but also the woman in his life, thereby creating an irreparable gap between two souls. Self-control and independence are the pinnacle of strength. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in physical expression, but in self-control and self-control. Hiding one's masculinity is, in many cases, a form of surrendering this power, leading to a loss of personal freedom and independence. A truly strong man is one who understands and is proud of his identity, without the need to change to serve or please others. Mutual respect is the core of love. True love develops from mutual respect and a deep understanding of each other's nature. When a man hides his masculine nature to cater to a woman's desires or expectations, he not only loses respect for himself, but also unintentionally creates an environment where respect cannot exist. Authenticity and transparency are the foundation on which respect and love thrive. Hiding one's masculinity is not only an act of self-betrayal, but also a lifestyle that goes against the core principles of Stoicism. In all situations, especially in relationships with women, a man needs to stand his ground, be proud, and never give up his true nature. That's the only way to build a meaningful life and relationship based on respect, true love, and autonomy. Lesson number 2. Never neglect close friendships. Every man searches for something greater than himself, be it love, career, or a lofty ideal. In that process, many times we are faced with sacrificing our most important values to achieve temporary goals. One of the biggest mistakes men can make in relationships with women is neglecting close friendships. Friendship is the simplest and purest type of affection between people. You will easily find people you trade with every time you step out on the street, but it is extremely difficult to find a close friend of your own. In an ever-changing world, close friendship is a lifeline for each person's identity and stance. When relationships with women become complicated, friends are the ones who keep you grounded in reality, reminding you of the values and life principles you always cherish. They help you see all problems clearly and objectively, thereby making wise decisions, not distorted by temporary emotions. Especially in challenging moments, when romantic relationships can cause you to lose direction, it is solid friendship that will be the guiding light, helping you find yourself and reshape your life. Friendship is not only about sharing joys and sorrows, but also a place where you can find deep understanding and non-judgment. Close friends are always willing to listen, support, and even challenge you, pushing you out of your comfort zone so you can grow and become stronger. They are the people who know you best, knowing when you need a word of encouragement, a hug, or simply a quiet space to reflect and refocus. More importantly, close friendships help protect you from mental isolation, a phenomenon that can easily occur when you're so focused on a romantic relationship that you forget you also need to be nurtured by another relationship. Close friends create a safety net where you can retreat and recharge, helping you maintain a balance between relationships and personal needs. In the context of Stoicism, this becomes even more important because maintaining autonomy and not being dependent on any relationship is the foundation of true freedom and happiness. In the never-ending race of life, preserving close friendships is not only a principle of Stoicism, but also a reminder of living a full and meaningful life. Never neglecting close friendships not only helps us maintain our identity and stance in the face of life's challenges, but is also how we respect and value our most important relationships. Remember, in every decision, big or small, friendship is always an indispensable part of happiness and personal growth. Lesson number 3. Never be too encouraging of a woman. In the relationship between men and women, encouragement and support are important factors that help foster affection and mutual respect. However, there is a fine line between being positively supportive and being unnecessarily or unrealistically encouraging. Stoicism, with its principles of self-control and truth being real and living in a natural way, provides us with an insight into why we should not be too supportive of a woman or anyone without considering the consequences and the reality of that encouragement. Create unrealistic expectations. Being too encouraging can create unrealistic expectations and impose pressure on the woman you want to support. When expectations are not met, it can lead to disappointment, distrust, and a sense of failure, which not only affects the person being encouraged, but also negatively impacts the relationship. Loss of independence. Too much encouragement can reduce a woman's independence by making her believe that she needs to rely on support and appreciation from others to achieve success or happiness. Stoicism teaches us the importance of finding happiness from within and not depending on the approval of others. Losing the value of sincere advice. When encouragement becomes excessive and no longer based in reality, it can lose the value and meaning of sincere support. Considered advice, based on understanding and reality, will bring much greater value than unsubstantiated words. Instead of being too encouraging, focus on encouraging self-reliance and autonomy. Help the woman in your life realize her abilities and inner strengths, encouraging her to be confident in her ability to solve problems and achieve goals without needing approval from others. Provide support and encouragement based on a realistic assessment of the person's situation and abilities. Not only does this help them set achievable goals, but it also boosts confidence based on real achievement. Each person has a unique development process. Respect the process and encourage patience, freedom to explore, and learning from mistakes. Here's how to truly support and contribute to personal growth without creating unnecessary pressure. Remember, Real support is not about providing unrealistic encouragement, but about encouraging self-reliance, and growth based on truth and reason. Lesson number 4. Never agree to everything. Agreeing with everything a woman says, regardless of your true opinion, is an act of hypocrisy and deception. It hides your thoughts and feelings, creates barriers to communication, and leads to misunderstandings in the relationship. Stoic men don't lose themselves in relationships. They are confident in their own opinions and values and are not afraid to express their opinion, even if it is contrary to the opinion of the woman they love. Stoicism, a classical philosophy about living a meaningful and self-reliant life, helps us see this in a different light, encouraging self-respect, authenticity, and independence in relationship. Self-respect comes not only from knowing your values, but also from expressing your personal opinions honestly and consistently. When you put yourself in the position of always having to say yes, you not only give up your power, but you also lose authenticity in the relationship. Authenticity creates the foundation for trust and a deep connection where both partners feel respected and understood. Stoicism emphasizes living an independent life, where happiness does not depend on the approval or opinions of others. In a relationship, this means each individual maintains his or her personal opinions and preferences, even when they don't completely align with the other person's. This independence not only promotes personal growth, but is also an expression of respect for the other person's independence. Disagreeing with everything does not mean blindly disagreeing, but is an expression of independent thinking and the ability to form personal opinions. Through this, both of you can learn and grow together, expanding your understanding and respect for each other. This healthy challenge is an opportunity for both partners to explore shared values, beliefs, and goals, strengthening the foundation for a lasting and meaningful relationship. Instead of blindly agreeing with a woman's plans, share your opinions and suggestions respectfully. Instead of staying silent when you disagree, express your point of view calmly and logically. Instead of arguing fiercely, focus on finding a common solution that works for both of you. Trust and respect are the foundation of a lasting relationship. When you dare to express your opinion, you show confidence in yourself and respect for women, showing them that you value their opinions and are willing to listen. Never agree on everything is not a call for bigotry or confrontation, but rather emphasizes the value of self-respect, authenticity, and independence in relationships. Stoicism teaches us that, through respecting differences and encouraging personal growth, we can build deep and lasting emotional bonds. Lesson number 5. Never put her on a pedestal. As a man who follows the Stoic philosophy, I understand that everything in the universe has its place. Men and women, although different, are independent individuals who deserve respect. Therefore, the ultimate taboo in a relationship is to put the woman on a pedestal. This action comes from the illusion of perfection, painting an image of an unrealistic woman separate from the mundane world. And we unintentionally create an invisible pressure for her to always appear perfect, something no one can maintain forever. Not only does this cause unnecessary stress and pressure for her, but it also causes the relationship to become unbalanced, where she feels like she has to live up to your expectations instead of being herself. Women will feel the burden of having to meet unrealistic expectations, while men themselves will put pressure on themselves to maintain a perfect image in their eyes. When the illusion is shattered, disappointment will lead to conflicts, doubts, and even breakups. When men put women on high, they lower themselves and lose their inherent confidence and bravery. This action can also unintentionally encourage unhealthy dependency, where a woman feels she needs to rely on your acceptance and appreciation to feel valued. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-control and self-reliance, where happiness and self-worth must be found from within, not through the approval of others. Putting others on a pedestal also takes away the ability to show authenticity and mutual acceptance in the relationship. Each of us has strengths and weaknesses, and accepting these in each other is what creates a meaningful and deep relationship. When we don't accept imperfection, we not only deny space for personal growth, but we also deny space for relationship growth. Instead of putting her on a pedestal, choose a different path, one illuminated by the principles of Stoicism. Encourage and support her based on honesty, acceptance, and love. Allow her to develop in her way, respect her independence and autonomy, and share your authenticity. Appreciate her as a normal person with her strengths and weaknesses. Look at her with reason, understanding, and empathy. Let's build an equal relationship together, where both can freely express themselves, share responsibilities, and support each other on the journey to conquer life. In a relationship, there is nothing more precious than mutual acceptance of all of our strengths and weaknesses. When you learn not to put her on a pedestal, you not only respect her as an independent, self-reliant person, but you also build the foundation for a respectful and loving relationship. This is the approach that Stoicism admonishes us to pursue, a relationship where love and respect are nurtured from understanding, acceptance, and sincerity. Lesson number 6. Never let a woman follow you. Stoicism, with its core principles of living a virtuous life, of self-control and acceptance, strongly asserts that no one, including the woman in your life, should be followed. Monitor or control your every action. This is not only an expression of preserving personal freedom, but also a foundation for building a healthy and mutually respectful relationship. A healthy relationship requires a balance between two people. When you let women control everything, you create an imbalance, make them take on too much responsibility, and you become passive. Freedom and autonomy are not only rights, but also obligations of each individual. In a relationship, this means that both partners have the right to live an independent life, free from constraints or control by the other. Excessive monitoring or control not only damages the self-esteem of the person being controlled, but also reflects insecurity and lack of trust on the part of the controller. Stoicism emphasizes respect as one of the most important factors in any relationship. This respect includes respect for each person's privacy, personal space, and right to self-determination. When one person tries to spy on or control the other, they not only violate their privacy, but also show a lack of respect for their partner. A healthy relationship must be built on trust. This requires sincerity and openness from both sides, without hiding or spying on each other. When trust is established and maintained, the need for monitoring or control naturally disappears, because each person feels secure about their place and role in the relationship, which means encouraging and supporting your partner to develop in their direction, unconstrained by control or monitoring. This not only helps each individual become stronger and more independent, but also makes the relationship stronger. Instead of letting the woman decide everything for you, discuss it together and make decisions that are right for both of you. Instead of depending on women financially, try to be financially independent and support each other. Instead of letting your woman control all your activities, take time for yourself and pursue your interests. Never let a woman follow you is not only advice on how to maintain personal autonomy and freedom in a relationship, but also a principle of Stoicism that respects and promotes mutual development. Lesson number 7. Balance in communication. To build and maintain a healthy relationship, communication is the most important key. However, communication is not always easy or natural. It requires consideration, patience, and above all, balance. Not only is it a valuable skill, but it's also an essential step toward mutual understanding, respect, and developing lasting relationships. In Stoicism, listening is valued as much as expressing. A balance between these two elements creates a healthy communication environment where both parties feel heard and understood. Listening is not just about being silent while the other person speaks. It is about consciously paying attention, processing, and responding to information. The balance of sharing one's thoughts and feelings and receiving the woman's thoughts and feelings openly is key to building trust and connection. Everyone needs space to express themselves and feel that what they share is valued. Respect and acceptance are not just about accepting the other person's point of view, but also about respecting the right to have one's point of view. Balanced communication requires a deep respect for a woman's perspective, even if you disagree with her. First of all, practice self-control by controlling how you think and speak. Not only will this help you express yourself clearly and concisely, but it will also help you become more sensitive to other people's feelings and needs. Don't just stop at listening, but practice active listening. This includes asking questions, responding, showing understanding, and being interested in what the other person has to say. Authenticity in communication helps build trust. When you express your thoughts and feelings honestly, you invite the women in your life to share that communication space openly and honestly. Balanced communication is not only a lesson in how to communicate, but also a philosophy of life in Stoicism, emphasizing living a meaningful life through self-control, honesty, and mutual respect. As we delve deeper into the journey of the relationship between men and women, one thing becomes clear. Love is not just about what we are willing to do for the other person. It is also about mutual understanding and respect, protecting personal identity and maintaining autonomy. Lessons from Stoicism not only help us realize the necessary limits in relationships, but also encourage us toward true, deep, and lasting love. During this journey, we've discovered how important it is to respect, listen, and share with the women in our lives. We also recognize that maintaining our individuality and not allowing ourselves to lose control is essential to building a healthy relationship. Each lesson we discuss applies not only to love, but also to all of our other social relationships. If you find value in these shares, don't forget to like, share, and comment your opinion below the video. Your participation not only helps us grow, but also creates a strong community where we learn and grow together. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe so you don't miss any valuable content we share in the future. Let's build better relationships and live together, guys.